What up? What up? What up, you guys? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to another tier list video. Of course, I wanted to do this one live, and this one's a very, I could say this one's more of a special one because 5 years ago, I started watching Super Sentai. I know I don't cover enough Super Sentai on this channel, but I've done some Super Sentai related videos. Like I've talked about like a comparison video between Power Ranger storytelling and Super Sentai storytelling. I talked about, introduction into Super Sentai, but I don't really talk about it enough on this channel. But who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line in the future, I may get around to talking about it a lot more. Of course, I've done a commentary video on one of my favorite Sentai movies of all time, Go Kaiger, Go Seiger 199 Heroes. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's amazing. I appreciate the amount of views it's getting, so I thank you guys so much for checking it out. So yeah, if you're ever in the mood, if you're ever watching 199 Heroes and you just want to hear some amazing good commentary, you could just check that video out and watch it and listen to the commentary and watch the movie along with the commentary. But anyway, like the video title says, I'm doing a tier list on not every single Sentai, mainly the Sentai seasons that I've watched, because 5 years ago, I've been watching Sentai for 5 years, and I basically completed 3 whole decades, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s of Sentai. 3 whole decades plus, plus 2 other seasons, I believe. Either 2 or 1. I could be wrong. But yeah, 1 extra season of Sentai. What's going on, Patty? But yeah, I'm going to be ranking these Sentai seasons, and I'm going to share the screen right now. Oh, nope, not like that. There we go. There we go. Had to make it a little bigger so that way you guys can see the seasons. So yeah, like all my tier lists, of course, I have the ratings: GOAT, Raw, Mid, and Trash, and of course I have a haven't seen category for the ones I haven't seen. And here are the 44 Sentai shows. 44 Sentai shows. I've only watched 31 out of 44 of these. And I know Zenkaiger is currently airing at the moment, so that's the reason why it's not here. So I guess maybe if you guys want me to do another one with, when Zenkaiger concludes, maybe just let me know if you want me to do it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put the ones I haven't seen already in the haven't seen category. Go Ranger, that show is I don't know when I'm gonna be able to watch that show, because that Go Ranger is 87 episodes. 87 episodes for the first ever Super Sentai. Mind you, the first original Kamen Rider had 98 episodes. Man, I don't know how, but man, it's like the first seasons just tend to be extremely, extremely long. But yeah, so Jaka haven't seen yet, which is also the shortest Sentai season. Only had 33 or 35 episodes. But yeah, haven't seen Jaka yet. I may get around to watching it. Not sure when, but I am thinking of getting around to watching it. Battle Fever, haven't seen it. Of course, Denji Man, haven't seen it. Sun Vulcan, haven't seen it. Goggle 5, have not seen it. Which one is it? Dynaman, haven't seen it. All right, put it. Wait, no, there we go. Yeah, Dynaman, haven't seen. Bioman, have not seen. Changeman, have not seen. Flashman is actually the next Sentai on my list to watch. Haven't seen it yet, not yet, but I love the suits. I love the suits. I really do love the suits for that show. And Mass Man. So basically, these are the only Sentai seasons I have not seen yet. I have not watched yet. Go Ranger through Mass Man, and Turbo Ranger. Forgot about Turbo Ranger. I have not seen Turbo Ranger. So yeah, these 10. Yeah, these at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. These 12 Sentai seasons I have not watched yet, but I think it'll be fun. And the original Power Rangers had 60. Over 100 if you count seasons 2 and 3. Yeah, MMPR had original MMPR 60 episodes. Season 1 60 episodes. Season 2 52 episodes. That's 112, and season 3 had 30. So that's 142 episodes of MMPR. 152 if you count Alien Rangers. Flashman said, let's take the Bioman suits and make them look good. Pretty much. Just remove all the, the bio aesthetics from Bioman. But all right, let's get on with this tier list. First up is Live Man. Honestly, Live Man was actually pretty good for me. I'll admit, though, it seemed pretty rough because I knew that, there were other members coming into the show, Green and Black. But the thing is, they came in way, way too late. Like around episode 29 and 30, Green and Black showed up. I'm just like, by this point, the show is pretty much 3/4 over. Like, it's like 3 out of 4. It's like 75% done. The show's 75% done. But overall, the show had its great moments. I'm not saying it was bad. It's not trash. It's definitely not mid, but it definitely has some strong moments. So I'm definitely gonna put Live Man in Raw. All right, next up is 5-Man. I'm gonna say this about 5-Man. I'll admit I had high hopes for 5-Man because of the suits. And of course, if you read the Power Rangers comics, those suits are pretty much canon now. They're called Power Rangers Supersonic. But yeah, I had so much hope for 5-Man that as I'm watching this, as I was going through the show and the way how it ended, the ending just made me go, that's it? That's how it ends? That ending just kind of upsetted me. It kind of let me down. It really kind of let me down. I mean, the characters are great. I like the interactions of, the Rangers, since all 5 of them are siblings. They're all teachers, so that's also an interesting feature that I liked. But overall, I had to give 5-Man a mid. That's kind of really how I felt throughout the entire show. Now, Jetman, oh my gosh. What is there to be said about Jetman that hasn't been said? Jetman is GOAT. It really, really is GOAT. And after rewatching the show while I was doing it on the Illuminati, shout out to the Illuminati, and on the Retro Sentai wrap-up, I had a blast going through the show for a second time because I was able to notice things that I didn't notice before. But yeah, it allowed me to like dive deeper into the characters a lot more. So of course, Jetman is obviously definitely a GOAT season. As for its next season, Zoo Ranger, the show that gave us Mighty Morphin Power Rangers here in the States. You guys really want to know my opinion on Zoo Ranger? I didn't like it. I did not like it. I'm sorry, guys. I did not like Zoo Ranger. I did not. I really did not. Yes, I see the Zoo Ranger suits, aka the MMPR suits, on a daily. I see these suits every single day. So the fact that I see these suits every single day, it means nothing to me. But the fact that this is the first ever Sentai season that does dinosaurs, it feels very kiddie. Mind you, it has a lot of fantasy elements, which is, of course, something that MMPR didn't use. But even with the fantasy elements with Zoo Ranger, I still felt bored. Like, I really, really, really felt bored while watching this season. I mean, granted, it gave us our first ever 6 Ranger, Barai, the Dragon Ranger. That arc was cool. Of course, he dies. If you haven't seen, that's pretty much the real reason why, Barai is, not always around that much. But Zoo Ranger just didn't really do it for me. It didn't. It really didn't. I really thought I would like it, but I did not. I really did not like it. However, Die Ranger, on the other hand, my very first Sentai that I watched from beginning to end, I loved it. I loved everything about Die Ranger. The story, the characters, the fight choreography, how this was a kung fu martial arts kind of season. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was just incredible. what else is there about Die Ranger that hasn't been said? That I just love everything about it. I just love everything about it. Next up is Kaku Ranger. Kaku Ranger actually surprised me. I'm not gonna hold you. Kaku Ranger surprised me. The first half was a little, it was a little wonky, a little eh. But the second half, the show picked up a lot more, and I really, really like that about that show. The characters were amazing. Well, okay, not all the characters were amazing, in my opinion. I appreciate like 3 out of 5 of the characters, but I still appreciated the show as a whole. It was still a good show as a whole. So I definitely put Kaku Ranger in Raw. O Ranger. I know this season gets a lot of flack because of how serious the first 7-8 episodes are, and then it has a complete tonal shift because of reasons. I understand that. But even with the tonal shift, like the tone shift of the show, it wasn't that bad as people say it is. I know the season gets a lot of flack just because of how, they had to change tone because of certain situations that happened in Japan during that time. There was a terrorist attack that happened. But even with the tone shift of the show, I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think that brought the show down, in my opinion. It didn't really bring the show down. If you ask me, I enjoyed it for what it was. The fight choreography was beautiful. Like, really, the fight footage has got to be one of my favorite ounces of fight footage in Sentai. It was just incredible. Just like the overhead camera shots of the O-Rangers fighting, just beautiful. Beautiful. And I guess I want to put it in mid, but it's like I'm in between mid and Raw with O-Ranger. That's where I'm at with this. Like, I'm very in between on this. So, I mean, for now, I'll put it in mid. For now. Maybe I'll put it in Raw. I don't know. Maybe. Next up, Car Ranger. Car Ranger was a trip. Car Ranger was a trip of a season. I cannot believe how bonkers, how balls to the wall that season is. It was just wild. Just within the first 5 episodes, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I get that. That's the point of the show. The Car Ranger is basically supposed to be like a very comedic season, and that's exactly what it is. And even with the comedic stuff, it's just, it has its moments. Car Ranger definitely does have its moments. It's not my favorite, but when it gets serious, it does get serious. It does, sometimes it does takes itself seriously. And of course, there are moments where it doesn't take itself seriously, because that's what it mostly does. It's a parody Sentai. But it's still a cool show, in my opinion. I'm going to put Car Ranger in mid for me. All right, next up is Mega Ranger. I just recently watched this season for the first time, and I liked it. I mean, compared to its Power Rangers counterpart, it's not like top tier. I'm not saying that. But it's just about right. I say it's just about right. It's cool. I like the high school vibe. I like how the aspect of using like technology and computers as like the villains and all that. I actually like that. That was actually pretty cool. And I just really loved how the Rangers are in high school, and the final arc where it all culminates. I really like that about the show. So I definitely got to put Mega Ranger in Raw. Definitely Mega Ranger is Raw. All right, Ginga Man. Ginga Man is a season I think I'm going to have to relook at, because as I was watching it the first time, I was very bored. Not very bored, but like once I got into like the middle, somewhere around the middle of the show, I got bored. Like I really just got bored with the season. But maybe I could be wrong about it. I'm pretty sure there's some things about this. There's a whole lot of things about it that I probably don't remember. I mean, of course, my favorite character on the team is Green. Not because Green is my favorite color, but Green is one of the GOATs on this team for sure. But I definitely gotta put it in mid for now. Maybe I may put it up in Raw somewhere around at the end of this, but for now, Ginga Man is in mid. Go 5. I recently just watched this season. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. This is the second Sentai season where the team of Rangers are siblings. And I actually like this formation of siblings, of Sentai siblings, more than I did in 5-man. And it's just jam-packed with heavy storytelling and action, and it's just great. Go 5 is just really, really, really great. And I didn't really feel bored with it. Every character got a chance to shine, but I really, of course, the main focus of the show is the family dynamic within the team. So I definitely got to put this in Raw. So yeah, that's all the 90s Sentai that I named. Only misstep was Raita falling in love with Kaori for a few episodes just to unceremoniously drop that plot line. That would have, yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if they added that, but then that would have been like what? That's like 3 members of the Jetmen falling for one of their female comrades. So that's like that's not even a love triangle. That's a love square. That's a square. That's a love square. That's what it is. But I'm meh on Go 5. I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I mean, I actually pretty I liked it. It was pretty good. So yeah, those are pretty much all the 90s Sentai. I'll just take a little bit of a pause. So if you guys are still here, share this video out so that way you guys could, if all your friends who love Sentai, just share it out and have them check this out. I should have shared this out before it went live, but just taking a little quick miniature break here, and then we're gonna keep going on into the 2000s Sentai. But actually, since I'm here, which are your favorite 90s Sentai for all you guys that are here right now? Which 90s Sentai is your absolute top tier number 1 favorite? Of course, for me, that's Die Ranger. So let me know. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Oops. Jetman. Everybody loves Jetman. Everybody loves Jetman. I can't knock people who love Jetman. Jetman. It's a really, really great season. It really is. All right, so let's get on with the 2000s. Let's get on with the Sentai of the 2000s. Starting off with Time Ranger, the season that pretty much gave us Time Force in the States. I love Time Ranger. Time Ranger's GOAT. It is GOAT. And I know some people, I love Time Force. I really do love Time Force. But thing is, after watching Time Ranger, I just love both of these seasons for different reasons. But of course, granted, with Time Ranger, it does a lot more with all of the characters. I know Time Force doesn't really do that. But granted, Time Ranger is just so darn incredible. I just love the dynamic. I just love the development of everyone on the team. It's just fantastic. It really is just fantastic. All right, next up is Gal Ranger. Okay, here's my thing about Gal Ranger. I was actually really looking forward to it when I was watching it for the first time. But again, it's one of those shows where it just gets right there in the middle. It just gets boring. I don't know what it is, but it just gets so boring in the middle. Because I remember I was watching Gal Ranger and I'm just like in the middle. I was like, okay, I just want to get done with this season at this point. And then when I get to like the final, 10 episodes, I remember I was just binge watching those final 10 episodes quickly because I was just like, I just want to get done with this season. I just can't. And I really feel like there's no development with the Rangers at all. And the crazy thing is, they don't call each other by their real names. They call each other by their colors on field and off the battlefield, which is weird. They don't call each other by their real names until like the final episodes. So I'm just like, what? Why? But yeah, I'm not saying it's trash. It's not trash. It has some great moments, like, you know, the rookie arc. That one episode where pretty much majority of the team gets killed. That was great. That was one of the most brutal Sentai episodes I've ever seen. But yeah, I'm gonna put Gal Ranger in mid. That's also another season I need to rewatch as well. But next up is Hurricaneer. Hurricaneer is definitely another season I need to rewatch. I mean, Hurricaneer to me just felt okay. I don't know. I just really felt okay with it. But anytime I saw like the main three come back, like when they came back in Go Kaiger, and then they had their 10 years after movie, they're the first Sentai team to have the first ever 10 years after movie. It seems like I had a lot of fun with those characters more outside of their own show, which is weird. But I will say, you know, the rivalry between, you know, the Hurricaneers and the Go Riders, that was great. That was really, really cool. It's way different than it is in Ninja Storm, where, you know, Tori, Shane, and Dustin, and Hunter and Blake, they're all like immediately, once they become friends, they become friends. And here, it's a little bit different, like very, very different. I actually like that about it. So I'm going to put Hurricaneer in mid. Check out Super. I will. Trust me, I will check out Flashman. Flashman is actually the next Sentai I plan to watch on my list. All right, next up is Aba Ranger. Bakuru Sentai Aba Ranger. Here's the crazy thing about Aba Ranger. And what's funny, one of the episodes was dubbed in Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which was cool. That was like the first ever Sentai episode that I've watched. Because crazy, of course, me, I thought Power Rangers was first. It turns out, you know, Sentai is first. So as I'm watching Aba Ranger, it's a lot different. You know, there's Zords talk, which was very interesting. That didn't bother me. I actually was okay with that. But of course, the main standout in that entire show is Abare Killer, the ultimate definition of badass. Man, oh man, I love this character. I just loved his character. Anytime Abare Killer was on the screen, it was like one of those moments like, oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Anytime he showed up, the Aba Rangers were in for the ultimate ass whooping. And of course, there were sometimes he would fight off the monsters as well, but of course he doesn't join the team until like the very, 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 very end. And it may be late, but I still enjoy his moments. To me, he's what makes the show good for me. That's the only reason I feel like Aba Ranger is good. The other characters, though, can't really say the best for them. I mean, with Aba Killer, he makes the show very raw. But I will say one of my favorite moments, of course, was when Aba Red gave Aba Killer the ultimate beatdown. That was a really, really good episode. That was a really, really good episode. All right, Deca Ranger. I gotta put Deca Ranger in GOAT. Let me tell you something. Deca Ranger is GOAT, guys. You don't understand. It's just GOAT. Deca Ranger, I know some people may not like it, to each their own, but man, I enjoyed Deca Ranger so much that I feel like I need to rewatch it. I really need to rewatch it because I think Deca Ranger is actually going to be celebrating 20 years in, what, 2 years from now? No, 3 years from now. I'm wrong. In 3 years. But man, oh man, Deca Ranger is so much fun. I love all the characters. I love Deca Master, Doggy, GOAT. Deca Break, GOAT. I love everybody. I love everyone in this show. It's just so much fun. I never thought I had so much fun with this. And the SWAT episode, first of all, not just the episodes, the music that goes along with the show, that's what makes Deca Ranger such a fun ride. Oh my gosh. If you guys have not seen Deca Ranger, if you love Power Rangers SPD, I totally recommend that you check out Deca Ranger. You gotta check it out. I loved everything about it. And then also the post content that comes after it with Deca Ranger 10 years after, the Space Squad movie. Oh my gosh, Deca Ranger is just beautiful. Beautiful. All right, next up is Maji Ranger. And to be honest, I like Maji Ranger as well. Maji Ranger was so incredible. I love the dynamic. This is another Sentai season where the Rangers are siblings. It was great. It definitely does have that chosen one feel, but here's the thing about this. Each of the Rangers has something special and important factor to contribute to the show. Red is basically the chosen one. Yellow is the one that specializes in spells and potions. Blue, she's mostly used for fortune telling. Pink can shapeshift. And of course, green is the strong one of the team. Basically, he's also the older brother. But, oh my gosh. And the story of how they try to get their mother back and everything. Maji Ranger was great. It was great. I will say there are a few moments where I felt like, it doesn't get a little bit bored, but not too bored. I wasn't too bored with the show. I wasn't. So Maji Ranger definitely gets a raw for me. Definitely gets a raw. All right, Bokenger. I really liked the show. Bokenger was great. It was really, really, really great. I need to also rewatch it. Bokenger. There's like so many Sentai shows I need to rewatch. Like, it's not even funny. But Bokenger was just doggone incredible. I loved Chief, aka Akashi, the Red Ranger. He was incredible. I loved everybody. Everyone just had like an arc throughout the entire show. Even Silver had an arc throughout the entire show. And one thing I found amazing is that in this show, since Bokenger was the 30th Sentai, also celebrating Sentai's 30th anniversary, they had a lot of cast members from past Sentai shows come back, not as their roles, but like, they guest starred in specific episodes, which was also really cool. So yeah, Bokenger definitely is Bokenger's GOAT. Geki Ranger. Geki Ranger is a show that really surprised me, and it's rare. It's very rare that a season like that would surprise me, because in the beginning, I did not like John. I really did not. I really, really, really did not. But as I'm going through the show and the fights that happen in Geki Ranger, I'm not talking about the Megazord fights. I'm talking about the rival fights between, the Rangers and Rio and Melee. Man, Geki Ranger is GOAT. A lot of people don't say that, but Geki Ranger is GOAT. If you have not watched Geki Ranger, you have got to check it out. Geki Ranger is so GOAT. It's just really incredible. It's rare that a Sentai show would surprise me like that. On the downside, though, Engine Sentai Go Onger. Trash. Go Onger's trash. I'm sorry. Look, if Go Onger was your first ever Sentai season, and if I'm sorry I'm bashing it, I'm sorry, but Go Onger did not do it for me. I did not like it. Even with, the Go On Wing showing up, it did not help me at all. I did not like it. I'm sorry. I didn't. It only had like one good episode for me, where the Red Ranger dies, but then he comes back later on at the end of the episode. That was the only episode that I liked. As far as everything else, I just didn't. I just couldn't. I really, really couldn't. It's just crazy how. It's crazy how a show that's so kiddie like Go Onger gave us one of the best Power Ranger seasons of all time. It's crazy. So crazy. Now, Shinkenger. Shinkenger's GOAT. I loved it. I loved all the characters. I loved the story. I loved the fight choreography. Shinkenger was amazing. That was amazing. That was such an amazing season. And it's crazy how after I was watching the show for the first time a few years ago, it just blew my mind. I'm just like, as I was watching this, I was like, so Samurai basically copy and pasted everything from the show. Oh, really? Oh, my gosh. Man, oh, man. But Shinkenger was just way, way better. So yeah, that's all the that's all the 2000s Sentai. That's all the 2000s. All right, so let me see some comments that some of you guys are saying right now. My favorite PR/Sentai fact is that Blake from Ninja Storm voiced Blue and Steel from Beast Morphers voiced Red, and both became Beetle-themed Rangers. Oh, really? I did not know that. Deca Ranger is goated. Yes, that is true. The music is phenomenal. Has anyone seen all the Super Sentai? I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that's watched every Sentai season. I'm pretty sure. I love Geki Ranger so much. Yeah, me too, man. I love Go Andra, but I get it. Thank you for understanding, Patty. Thank you, because man, Go Andra. Let me tell you how hard it was for me to watch Go Andra. I started Go Andra at the beginning of 2020. I didn't finish it until I think probably around either September or October. That's how hard it was for me to watch that season. That's how hard it was. Oh my gosh. Go Andra was not an easy season to watch. All right, now on to the final decade, the 2010s. Go Sager. This is a very underrated season. I got to put Go Sager in Raw because there's just one arc in the show that I really did not like. It didn't really do well for me, but everything else in the show is great. It really is a good show. Very overlooked, very underrated Sentai season. Of course, this is the show that gave us Megaforce. Two totally different shows. Both shows are totally different. So if you haven't checked out Go Sager, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. You will actually like it. You will like it. Next up, my favorite Sentai of all time. And it's celebrating its 10th anniversary, and it's getting a 10th anniversary movie. Gokaiger. Gokaiger is immediately in GOAT. What is there to be said about Gokaiger that hasn't been said? Granted, I know it's a season that pretty much brought all of us, introduced a lot of us to Super Sentai, because trust me, I remember when that a clip of the whole legendary battle got put on YouTube, and I'm just like, yo, what is this? This is amazing. It's just, and then just to see the gimmick of the Rangers transforming to past Rangers, I was just like, yo, this is a fanboy's dream come true. So I'm just glad. I love Gokaiger. I love it so much. It's my favorite Sentai season. I just got done rewatching it for I think a fourth time. That's how much I love it. Okay, that's how much I love Gokaiger. It's just great. And they came back again in Zyuohger 5 years after their show ended. That's just how amazing that thing. They're so amazing. All right, next up is Go Busters. You know what's crazy though? If you guys remember when Power Rangers Beast Morphers got announced, I never would have thought that we would get a Go Busters adaptation. Go Busters was nowhere on my radar because it got skipped over. So the fact that we got it here in the States was cool. And Go Busters, it's a pretty solid show. It's a really, really solid show. I think I really need to rewatch. There's so many Sentai shows I need to rewatch. Oh my gosh. Man, Go Busters was incredible. I liked it. I really did like it. And of course, things with, Beat Buster and Stag Buster, they're great. The main three, Hiromu, Yoko, and Ryuji, they're great. They're also great. I definitely got to put Go Busters in Raw, though, because it definitely has some strong, strong moments. So much. If anything, I may even put it, I think it's probably even worse than it's kind of GOAT. Not high tier GOAT, but probably I would say just about low GOAT. Like high tier of Raw, but low tier of GOAT, if you know what I mean. All right, next up, Kyoryuger. Kyoryuger I had fun with. I had a lot of fun with Kyoryuger. It made me see some things that I didn't get to see in Dino Charge. And granted, Kyoryuger had, of course, 10 Rangers. But I had a blast with Kyoryuger for what it was. The way how they introduced each of the Rangers in the first earlier episodes, that was really good. I actually really liked how they did that. And the music, of course, is one of the biggest selling points of Kyoryuger as well. That's one of the things that I love so much about it. The fight music, just the choreography. It's just like the choreography and the explosions in Kyoryuger is like, whoa. It's just how did we get here? It's like because I think this is around the time, this is the Sentai that goes into like, if you look at the quality, I think that's when they go into like 1080p quality, because I think that's probably what it is. But yeah, Kyoryuger is definitely raw for me. ToQger. I had so much fun with this. I remember when I was getting up to ToQger, I was like, I can't wait to watch this season. Yes, it was a train theme season, but that didn't stop me. That didn't even bother me. I remember the first time I heard the intro for ToQger. This was before I even watched the show. I was like, yo, this intro goes hard. I love it. And then just watching the show, ToQger is just so much fun. I loved it. The Sixth Ranger, Tokyo Rakugo, he's incredible. He's so incredible. And the story, oh my gosh, the story was excellent. The story was so excellent. And even the villains got some decent storytelling. And that's rare. That's very rare. So ToQger is definitely GOAT for me. I loved it. I really loved it. Next up is Ninja. Here's the thing with me and Ninja. I watched Ninja when Super Ninja Steel was on its summer break. So the fact that I was pretty much seeing these suits for a whole year annoyed me. It pretty much annoyed me at that point. But again, even with going through the show, I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I did not like Ninja. I really didn't. It's crazy how I only like half of the Rangers on the team. Half of them. And those Rangers are gold, white, and pink. Red, blue, and yellow. First of all, blue and yellow are boring, and red is just annoying. I could not with Ninja. Ninja was trash. Now, Zyuohger, on the other hand, as I was watching Zyuohger, and I look at the suits look basic, but I still enjoyed them. I still enjoyed the show. The show was still fun. So much fun to watch. And, of course, the team up with Gokaiger, that was amazing. And some of the arcs that happened in the show with a certain villain, like the rival villain, what's his name? Bangray. That was incredible. That whole arc with Bangray was incredible. So I definitely got to put Zyuohger in Raw for me. Zyuohger is definitely Raw. And also, we get an Evil Six Ranger. What? Sentai really needs to do more Evil Six Rangers. They do not understand how amazing Evil Six Rangers are. They are so much fun to do. All right, next up is Q Ranger. This was the first Sentai I started watching that was currently airing. So when I first saw Q Ranger, I thought it was kind of cool to see like we have a Ranger for each color. You know, a red, blue, orange, silver, gold, pink, yellow, green, purple. I'm just like, we got pretty much every color that's been used in Sentai as a Ranger all on one team. And of course, we get two reds. We get a sky blue. Q Ranger was so much fun for me. I loved it. I loved so much about it. I just, I would be wrong to put it in GOAT because technically it's not that GOAT, but it's definitely Raw. Hands down, Q Ranger is definitely Raw. I cannot deny that. Q Ranger is definitely Raw. All right, now Lupat. As a concept to have, a cops and robbers kind of season, I'll give them huge props for being creative. I never thought they would do something like that. But as I'm going through the show, it kind of sucks because one team gets more focus episodes than the other team. It's just the show. It feels like Lupin Ranger featuring the Pata Rangers. That's what it felt like. But it does kind of make up for it in the end. But as I'm going through the show, though, it gets to the point where when the Lupin Rangers reveal their identity, I'm at this point where when are they going to reveal their identity to the cops? It starts off strong in the beginning. It really does go strong in the beginning. But again, right when it gets into the middle, it just slowly declines. And I didn't like the Six Ranger in this season. Noel was not a good Six Ranger. I'm sorry. But I did like the fight choreography. Like seeing, the drone camera as it's zooming around the Rangers as they fight. And you see the two teams, fight against each other. That was cool. It's not trash. Lupat is definitely mid for me. Definitely mid. All right, Ryu Soldier. Ryu Soldier had a rough start for me. It really had a rough start. The suits were great. The suits look great. But it really struggled to get itself off the ground for me. That's what it was. It didn't really start to get good until like right around the middle, during the whole Guy Zork arc thing. That is when the show really started to pick up. I do love the Zords. These Zords, these dinosaurs, for this being the 4th dinosaur season in Sentai, these are the best looking dinosaur Zords, dinosaur mechs I've ever seen. And of course, we're getting them in Power Rangers Dino Fury. So that's one thing I love about Ryu Soldier. So not mid, but I could definitely say kind of upper mid, but lower tier of Raw. But yeah, that's what I could definitely say. And last but not least, Kira Major. I had so much fun with this season. I remember when those suits got revealed and I saw those suits. I'm like, this is giving me like an 80s Sentai kind of vibe. And even with the show itself, it's incredible. Like, Kira Major is so doggone awesome. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel bored like with the story or anything. I just had genuinely so much fun with the show. The characters are amazing. The villains are incredible. What's his name? What's his name? Garza. Garza is an incredible villain. Yodana, that was great. Oh my gosh. Kira Major is, to me, Kira Major is GOAT. Kira Major is definitely GOAT. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let me see here. Goat Kaiger. Yeah, right. Damn right. Goat Kaiger. That's what it is. Let's see. Ghost Sager was my first Sentai season, and it's okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. I didn't watch Go Kaiger till like 2 years ago. Hey, there are people that I'm pretty sure that still have not seen Go Kaiger to this day, and that's fine. That's totally fine. What else we have here? I'm also currently rewatching Lupat. Okay, Brave In. Honestly, I didn't really care for anything in Tokuja that didn't have ties to the Shadow Line. Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. I hope someday we get an evil Sentai. We've had a fair share amount of. You want like an evil, full-on evil Sentai show? That would be an interesting concept. That would be a very interesting concept to see. Oh, an evil Sentai team. We've had like, whatchamacallit, the Neji Rangers and Mega Ranger. But then again, a full-on evil Sentai team. Like, that's their main focus of the show. That could be a very interesting concept. That would be a very interesting concept. K-Bomb, Goat. But yeah. So yeah, guys, this is my Sentai tier list. This is it. I don't really have anything to move up. I'm pretty okay with this list. I don't know if I would, change anything up. But yeah. Actually, I think I would put O-Ranger in Raw, because around to like the second half of the show, like the second batch of 24 episodes, it gotten pretty good for me. It got really pretty good for me. So I'll definitely say that for O-Ranger. But yeah, this is my ranking for Super Sentai. Of course, I have 12 seasons that I haven't watched yet. But yeah, I don't know when I'm ever gonna get to Go Ranger, because that's the longest season out of the bunch. But yeah, if I guess I could tell you which ones I'm looking forward to checking out, I'm definitely Flashman for sure is number one on my list. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing Jacka, as different as it may be. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Jacka and Maskman. Jacka, Maskman, and Flashman. Those three Sentai shows I'm actually looking forward to checking out. But yeah, guys, that's my Sentai tier list. In the comment section below, tell me what are your favorite Sentais, and if there's anything that you would change or moved up, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Jacka is the shortest Sentai. Yes, I know, I'm aware. Jacka is the shortest Sentai. Bro, Bioman. I don't know about Bioman, man. Look, I don't know what it is, but Bioman is really not pulling me. There's nothing really about Bioman that's pulling me in to check it out. I mean, mainly just, the color lineup, because it has my favorite color lineup: red, blue, green, pink, and yellow. That's like my favorite color lineup in Sentai / Power Rangers. And my second favorite is red, yellow, blue, black, and pink. Which is weird. Sentai has not used that color lineup in a very long time, since Ghost Ager. I feel like they should use that color lineup again. They really should. But yeah, guys, that's my Sentai tier list. Like I said in the comment section below, tell me what are your favorite Sentai shows. What are your least favorite Sentai shows? And chop it up in the comment section below. Be civil about it, because I know some people's opinions are different. If someone doesn't like your favorite Sentai show, don't bash their opinion. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click that bell to be notified. Follow me on all the things: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden. Blackwing out.